What's up, guys? It's Clown Fight here, guys. Today I'm just going to be giving you my prediction slash breakdown on the Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2 fight. So as you know, guys, the fight is very close now, probably about a week to go by the time you're watching this. So it's around the corner. So I usually do a breakdown or prediction right before the fight, so doing it slightly earlier just so that people have time to watch what my thoughts are. And definitely check my channel out. I did break down the first fight before the fight. I called what was going to happen. I even broke down the psychology before the fight and how that played a role to picking the winner. And yeah, so this fight, guys, 10 days time. A lot of people are now coming out of the closets. I've seen a lot of people come out for Fury. I don't know where they came from, but that Fury crowd that kind of went quiet after the fight, slow or screamed he got robbed. They're slowly coming back out their closet. But at the same time, I'm not making this bias, guys. I'm giving you my honest view. A lot of people thought the fight was close. Tyson Fury lost by like a round. The judges definitely thought that. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on, guys. I'm also seeing the Usyk fans as well. The Usyk fans are also saying, "Oh, this is gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again." Or blah blah blah. So I'm gonna just give you my thoughts on how each person can win. So how Fury can win, how Usyk can win, kind of like tactics, and just a breakdown. So let's start off by just talking about the first fight, just very briefly. The first fight, and I'm going to give you my honest view. I've done this breakdown of the first fight multiple times on my channel, so you can go check it out. In my opinion, I scored the first fight 8 rounds to 4 to Usyk. Now, again, some people are going to be like, okay, it was closer than that. That's a bit too wide. That's my opinion. I've watched the fight back a couple of times, guys, so I still think the same. But let's be generous. Let's somehow give Fury 5 rounds. There's a lot of people that say it's about 5 to 7. And that round 9, where Tyson Fury got his block punched off his head, he turned into a zombie. That was the round that kind of decided the fight. Again, I went back a few times. I definitely saw the good things Fury was doing. He had a good 3 rounds in there where he kind of was dancing at what Usyk was throwing at him. But in my opinion, that was part of Usyk's game plan. It's just Tyson Fury's a good fighter. He's not a shit fighter, so he made Usyk look a little bit bad, you could say, in those rounds. Tyson Fury was looking more comfortable. He was doing his classic vintage Fury business. And yeah, I definitely give Fury those 3 rounds. I think it was between 4 to 6. And then you could just throw another round in there. I can't remember the exact round. And I definitely would say 4 rounds to Fury. Some people can make another round where they could throw 5 to Fury. But let's be honest. So, in my opinion, Usyk was controlling it right at the first couple of rounds. Yes, they both weren't doing much. But a big factor of this fight is Tyson Fury decided to go on the back foot, whereas Usyk was on the front foot. Now, we know from Usyk's ability, he can fight on the front foot and he can fight on the back foot. The guy is a genius. The guy's a masterful boxer. He can do a lot of stuff around that ring that people can't do. Fury can do both as well. You cannot argue that he can't do it. But what I mean is, Fury didn't win this fight, so you have to make the case to say, can Fury do both with lower opposition? When the fighters that he's fighting are very low class, then yes, Fury can do forwards and backwards. But when it's very high caliber like Usyk, who else has Tyson Fury as the caliber of Usyk? Who else has Tyson Fury fought at that caliber? I can't even think of a person, guys. Deontay Wilder was not a boxer. You could almost say Deontay Wilder was a fraud. He's been exposed. Fury knocked him out 3 times, but look at what happened to Wilder after that. People say, oh, that was because of Fury. Yeah, you could make an argument for that, but I don't know. Parker's exposed him. Zhang's exposed him. AJ Wilder was supposed to happen. Like, there's so much stuff that could have happened, but these guys, they like to pick and choose their fights. Now, I'm not going to get all of that into this video. Let's try to keep it straight to the factual bit. So, yeah, so let me just break down the first fight. So, yeah, round 9 happens. Tyson Fury does a dance around the ring, nearly gets dropped, nearly gets knocked out cold. A referee saves him, and then he managed to get back into the... When I say get back into the fight, I don't mean he started to win rounds. He may have won 1 round after that. People say 10 or 11, or they give it to Fury, or 12. I don't know. One of those rounds goes to Fury. But I watched it again. I still think Usyk continued the pressure. He stuck it on him. Tyson Fury had his moments where he landed one uppercut, a decent one, and then he landed a very good one, which kind of stumbled Usyk. But Usyk showed no sign of hurt. carried on coming forward. He wasn't all over the ring. Tyson Fury had no control for a good 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Tyson Fury was gone, and the referee saved his ass, let's be honest. Without those ropes there, Tyson Fury would have been on the canvas. So that's the argument of the fight, guys. If that 10-9 round never happened, then you could say it's a close fight. It's a close fight. Very close fight. I would probably very slightly lean to Usyk for the pressure. But because Usyk didn't just land round 9. Usyk was landing those sort of punches on Fury throughout the fight. If you go back and watch, he was landing those punches. It's just round 9. They took big effect on Fury because Fury's gas tank was low. And he was in the middle of a combination when he got hit with the zombie punch. He got hit with that left hand and it turned Fury into a zombie, as I said. So, yeah, guys, so that was the first fight. I thought the right man won. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I thought the first fight, Usyk won. He had the tactics to beat Fury. Coming forward, he had the tactics. Now, let's look at the second fight, guys. How can each guy win it, and who do I think is going to win? So, let's make a case for Fury, guys. First, let's start with Tyson Fury. How can Tyson Fury win this fight? That's the main question a lot of people are asking. How can Fury win this fight? So I'm going to tell you now, guys, the way Fury can win this fight is he has to change his tactics from the first fight. Now, Fury's come out already. Check my channel out. I've done a breakdown. He's saying he's not going to change much. He's going to stop doing these showboating towards the start of the fight, and he's just going to concentrate more. And he believes if he did that round 9 never happened, he would have won the fight. Now, again, it would have been a lot closer if round 9 never happened. The showboating from Fury, maybe that could have helped as well if he was more concentrating more. But do I think that's going to be enough to beat Oleksandr Usyk? It's difficult to say, guys, because you have to look at a couple of factors. And I'm not going to get too much into this breakdown. Try to keep this unbiased as I can. But generally, I would say the judges are more in favour of Fury to win than Usyk. But I'm not going to get into this fight. But this will play a role. So if Fury can do what he did in the last fight, exactly the same, but avoid round 9 and avoid a little bit of showboating, a little bit too much, then potentially he could take it on the scorecards. If that's what he's trying to do, then that isn't a route for Fury. Avoid round 9, avoid getting punched and wobbled around the ring, lock up your showboating a little bit more, concentrate more, maybe he can win it like that. But is that a certain way to win it? No, because he's got an animal in front of him called Oleksandr Usyk. This guy's not going to just let him do that. He's going to put Fury in a dodgy position. So my counter to that is that's not going to be enough, in my opinion, due to what Usyk's going to do to Fury. He's not going to let him coast like that. Remember, Usyk made Fury do the dance at round 9. It didn't just happen by magic. There was a whole reason. It was a whole build-up. Usyk was looking for that throughout the fight and he got him. So how can Fury avoid that, and how can Fury win this time? I've said it in countless of videos and I'll say it again. Fury's not saying he's going to do this, but he has to do this. He has to do this. If Fury doesn't do this, he's got no chance, in my opinion. So the way Fury wins, guys, he comes out and he sticks it on Usyk. Now, people are going to say, oh, that's easy to say. And you're right. You're right. It's easy to say. Just come out and stick it on Usyk. It's more harder to do than say. I believe that. But Fury can do it. Reason I say Fury can do it. Fury's got a frame bigger than everyone in the heavyweight division. The guy is 6'8" or 6'9", people say. It's probably around 6'7", 6'8". But I don't know, people say 6'9". But let's just say he's about 6'7", to be conservative. The guy's huge. In terms of size, probably one of the biggest heavyweights in the division. I'm not telling him to bulk up too much, but if he does what he did in Wilder 2, he puts that size on, and he changes his tactics mainly to come forward rather than being on the back foot. Yes, we know Fury can do the back foot stuff. I think that's his natural ability. But in this fight, that's not going to be enough to be in the back foot against Usyk. You're not going to outbox Usyk. We saw in the first fight, Fury could outbox Usyk for 3 rounds. After those 3 rounds, Fury got tired. Fury was not able to keep that consistent. You know why? Because most of Fury's opponents get frustrated, get annoyed, stop coming forward. But Usyk took his shots and said, I'm going to keep coming at you. You're going to wear down and my opportunities are going to come out. So Usyk took that. So the way Tyson Fury wins this fight, guys, he comes out from round 1 and he pushes forward. He uses his size and he makes it into the fight where he had a fight with this guy called Cunningham back in the day. A lot of people, he had a rematch with him and he beat him as well, I think. A lot of people said the first fight, I think it was a draw. But a lot of people say Fury won that fight. Fury lost that fight. Go back and watch it. I would probably say he lost that fight, but they gave it a draw. But Fury did a tactic in one of these fights where he decided to play dirty, where like Fury can fight like this. He's got the ability to fight like this. He did it early in his career. He's done it late in his career. Midway through his career, he's done the boxing stuff. I think Fury needs to come out and stick it on Usyk. So he needs to push Usyk back, make Usyk go on the back foot, and then look to block him off slowly. If you can fight like that on your back foot, then Tyson Fury, you've got the ability to do it on the front foot because you've done it in previous fights. But the problem with Usyk is the guy's got crazy footwork. So Fury needs to make sure his stamina is all there, but he keeps pressing Usyk backwards, because eventually what's going to happen is, we've seen it before, there's only one person who did it, Derek Chisora. Even AJ couldn't do it to Usyk. AJ decided to, I'm going to try and outskill Usyk. I'm going to try to outperform Usyk. And even though the second fight between AJ and Usyk was better in AJ's favour, AJ did improve. However, it still wasn't enough. So in my opinion, when Usyk knows your game plan and you're going to come out and do the exact same thing, he's going to be better ready for the first game plan. So that's why I believe Usyk will do circles around Fury if Fury decides to stand the back foot and do the exact same thing. So Fury comes out, he needs to put it on Usyk. Number two, he needs to target Usyk's body. We've seen in countless of videos before. I've even done breakdowns on my channel. There's been fights out there, guys. I personally believed Dubois versus Usyk wasn't a low blow. I'm not going to get into it in this video. It's very controversial. I believe Usyk does have he is susceptible to body punches. And even AJ kind of got him. He called low blow. He's just very, very good at like knowing how to use the navel area to his advantage. If you're even slightly low, he will claim low blow. Like even if you're on the belt line, he will claim low blow. And even if you it's controversial, he will claim low blow. But that's part of the game. Some people say you can't even get hit on the area. I don't know. I don't believe he was hit that day. I think it was just slightly above or on the line. I think that should have been justified. But he knows how to play the game. So Tyson Fury needs to target the body. No navel shit. A little bit above. But rip into the body, because he's shown, for example, the Daniel Dubois punch, I believe that was I think it was just above the back line or just on it. I still would class that as a body shot. And he put Usyk down. He was winded from that. And he's shown susceptibility to the body shots. Fury didn't do that a lot in the first fight. He did do a little bit, but he didn't do it a lot. There was a few moments where Tyson Fury was on the ropes and he would just unload on the body. He needs to go forward and put it on Usyk's body. But obviously be careful. Tyson Fury needs to break him down over the rounds. But ultimately look to get him out within 6 to 7 rounds. Tyson Fury does not need this fight to go 12 rounds. It's going to be more difficult. But if he goes forward and he does a Derek Chisora, look how much trouble Usyk had when Derek Chisora, who's smaller than Tyson Fury, who's smaller than AJ, he just kept going forward. Derek Chisora's game plan was to go forward and push Usyk in the corner. Because at some point in this fight, no matter how elusive Usyk is, if you're going to strain the front foot, don't get me wrong, Fury may be in risk of getting caught because he's on the front foot. But I think Fury is elusive enough to defend himself at the same time. However, of course, it's more riskier. However, if he wants to win it, he needs to show the judges. Like for me, if Fury was on the front foot for the first fight and it was Usyk going back, I would then say this could have been a draw. Or I wouldn't say Fury won it, but I would have said it could have been a draw. But because Fury was going back the whole time and he was getting caught, it just made it look bad. Look at the Bivol versus Berbatov fight. It was a close fight. I believe Berbatov won. The reason I gave it to Berbatov is I like the aggression. He was going forward. Yes, both fighters were landing punches. But if you have to when it's a very close fight like that, you have to kind of go one way. I'm going to give it to the aggressive fighter. Because he was landing. Some of them he wasn't, but some of them he was. So if Fury can constantly go forward and put it on Usyk, even though if he's pushing him in the back the whole fight and he's landing and he avoids what happened in round 9, and obviously with the showboating, I don't really want to say much with the showboating because Tyson Fury is a showboating kind of fighter. If it's going his way, it's natural for Tyson Fury to showboat. He showboated in the Deontay Wilder fight, etc., etc. So I can't say Fury should stop showboating. He only showboats when he needs to. Maybe don't clown around like round 2 and round 3, because round 2, round 3, it was dumb to showboat there. You were on the back foot, you were in the corner. Usyk wasn't even going forward, but you were getting pressed and you started showboating. That's the wrong time. But later on in the fight, Tyson Fury was showboating. When he was lighting up Usyk, he was showboating. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I think that helps Tyson Fury's style. But don't do it when you're not supposed to do it. So again, I'm just being generic here. So Tyson Fury needs to keep the pressure. He needs to ideally get Usyk out of there within 7 rounds. Max, in my opinion. He needs to knock him out, put him down, drop him. And he needs to go for the body shots, guys. And he needs to accumulate that damage. And he needs to push Usyk against the ropes or in the corner and make it a little bit dirty. If he does this throughout the fight, he's kind of pressing Usyk. I will know. I'll be like, yo, Tyson Fury's winning this fight. If he can sustain this or he can get Usyk out, he'll win. But if he's going to do the same shit, then in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be enough. So yeah, this is not like a thorough breakdown, but that's going to be my keys to victory for Fury to win this fight. Now let's look at Usyk. How's Usyk going to win this fight? And guys, I don't mean to be like taking the piss or anything, but I just gotta be honest. Usyk can win this fight however he likes. I'm just gonna be honest. That's how good Usyk is. However, I'm not gonna just say however he likes, because if Fury does certain things, it will make it more difficult for Usyk. Usyk has got the beating of Fury right now. Based off that first fight, Usyk has downloaded the data. Usyk knows how Tyson Fury fights. Usyk knows he can hurt Tyson Fury. And in my opinion, I've said this multiple times in my videos, guys, so check my breakdowns out. Usyk had Tyson Fury in 1 round on the ropes, and he could have put another punch on him. The only reason he didn't, it was the referee was running towards him, and he kind of probably felt sympathy for Tyson Fury. I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie, he didn't want to hurt Tyson Fury. He said it in his own interview, he's not that type of fighter, but Fury was on the ropes, and Usyk could have landed one more, and I think Tyson Fury would not be able to take that shot at that point. He may have went down like on the canvas, but the rope saved him, and it was a standing count. But Usyk definitely knows he can do this to Fury. So next time, this is my opinion, how if Usyk's going to win. Then if Usyk can do the same thing, for example, no matter what Fury's game plan is, let's just say Fury's game plan is the exact same as he's saying, Usyk will do the exact same thing he did in the first fight. But the difference here, guys, is he will not let Tyson Fury off the hook. Usyk cannot let this fight go to the judges. Number 2, Usyk needs to try and finish Fury here, in my opinion, because let's be honest, guys, I have to look at this. Saudi Arabia and these judges and this Turkey al-Sheikh, guys, these Saudi fuckers, they are corrupt, in my opinion. There's enough evidence out there. They have their agendas. They like the certain fighters and they want certain things to happen. Turkey al-Sheikh wants Tyson Fury to win. There's no doubt about that. It's been out there a lot. He wants to see Tyson Fury win so the big money fights can happen. I hope that doesn't happen, guys, because one, it's shit for the sport when you're like, it ruins the sport, guys, when there's these corruption tactics going on. And in my opinion, I'm not saying the judges are fixed in Fury's favour, but let's be honest, a lot of people are gonna want Fury to win in terms of money, in terms of boxing, because he's a bigger name, he's more entertaining, and he generates more money. Let's be straight, that's what it comes down to. So a lot of people are gonna want to win Fury. So in my opinion, Usyk has to take Tyson Fury out. And how does he do that? He does the exact same thing that he did in the last fight. However, he may need to change some of his tactics up. If Fury does decide to come forward and press him, then Usyk's going to have a change of tactics completely. The benefit, I would say, with someone like Usyk, guys, is the guy knows how to move around the ring, guys. He knows how to keep his opponent off him. He knows how to use that ring. One of his key assets is his footwork. So Usyk's going to have to use a lot more footwork if Tyson Fury does come forward. Usyk is more elusive on moving off the centre line. He will have to use a lot more movement. However, that does take more energy. However, when you've got a bigger person coming around, if Usyk can weather the 6 to 7 rounds where Tyson Fury is going to be pressing forward, if he's going to do that, I think after that, Usyk usually hasn't. Usyk's very great at having a second or third gear, which he comes on late. He done it in the AJ fight. He does it in all his fights. He has this other gear. He did it to Daniel Dubois. He makes you think in the early rounds he's putting a pace on you, but that's not his pace. That's his warm-up. He comes back hard in the later rounds. So going back to Fury has to take him out. As I said, he can't let it go to the later rounds. And I'm going to say the same for Usyk. Usyk can win on points and stuff, don't get me wrong. But I would want Usyk this time to finish Fury. If Usyk hurts Fury like the first fight, he needs to finish it, guys. Whether that means you got to throw a dirty punch over the top, you can't let this guy go to the judges' scorecards unless you've hurt him like really badly. Unless it's a similar situation to the last fight, then okay. But I believe Usyk's not going to want it to go to the judges. I think he's not stupid. He's very smart. He's not stupid. He knows what they're going to be trying to do in this fight. They're going to be trying to... A lot of people are saying it. I'm hearing the rumours already. I'm not going to get into it, but Fury could take this on points and there'll be a third fight. But if Usyk wants to shut the noise out and he wants to close this show, he needs to stop Tyson Fury in this fight. That's what he needs to do. And the way he's going to do that, guys, is, again, when he's got Tyson Fury hurt, don't let him off the hook, because in that 9th round, I think the bell went, but like Fury, in my opinion, Usyk could have landed one more punch. He needs to get him out of there. So yeah, how else can Usyk win, guys? Usyk can win a similar way to the first fight as long as he hurts Fury. Now, Usyk needs to be careful about the uppercuts that he was getting caught with. Now, let's be honest. Usyk said in the interview he was not happy with what happened, guys. With those uppercuts, he wasn't expecting it. He shouldn't have got hurt by him. So one thing with Usyk is he goes back and he does amend stuff. He doesn't just come back in the exact same way. He will have got better as well. Some people are making an argument that was the best Usyk. Some people are saying that was the best Fury. In my opinion, it's hard to say, but I would say both fighters can improve in this fight. There's definitely room for improvement. I think Usyk will improve in the rematch 100%. The only thing that I don't like is, as I said with Fury, he's saying he's not going to change anything. Maybe he's putting a bluff on, which I've talked about. But yeah, so Usyk again needs to take Fury out. He needs to be a bit more defensive mindful. He needs to be a bit more mindful on his defense, especially those sneaky uppercuts. And I'm going to be honest, Usyk may need to use his low blow tactics to win the fight. If Tyson Fury is going to be going for his stomach, and some of them are hitting the navel, Usyk, you better be ready to crawl on the floor and go left and right. You better start doing those fouls like in football, guys, when you get slide tackled. I'm just giving ways how Usyk can win, guys. I'm not for this stuff, but I'm just giving ways, guys. If he's going for the navel, drop on the floor and start crying like a baby. That's another way. But yeah, ultimately, I do believe Usyk is a more skillful fighter than Fury. In my opinion, Usyk doesn't need to do much. He doesn't need to do much. However, he just needs to tighten it up. Usyk's actual thing is tightening it up. Fury believes that his thing's tightening it up. And I've done breakdowns on that, but I don't feel that Fury just needs to tighten it up. He needs to do more. So yeah, again, with Usyk, do the same thing. Be a little bit more mindful about the uppercuts. Watch out for the body. Fury may decide to come forward. Usyk needs to weather those rounds. And then if he does that, if he can get through round 6, 7, Fury will be gassed by 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Usyk's got the engine to hurt Fury. And this time, take Fury out. Whether that's going to be from the body shots or from a knockout punch from the head. I think he's got the ability to do that. So that's that's Usyk's way to victory. So guys, I'm going to give you my final prediction on who I think is going to win this fight. This is my prediction. So this is going to be my unbiased prediction. I'm going to try and be an unbiased as I can, guys. I know people are going to say this is biased. But guys, I'm going to have to go for Oleksandr Usyk in this fight, guys. And how do I think he's going to win? I think Usyk is going to stop Tyson Fury, guys, within 12 rounds. I'll tell you why I think that, guys. The reason why Usyk is going to stop, why I believe Usyk will stop Tyson Fury in 12 rounds is Usyk knows now the last fight was so cold close. Even though I don't believe it, I thought it was 8-4. People had it 7-5. Some people say Fury won. Some people say it was a draw. Usyk's not an idiot. Usyk knows he cannot risk taking this fight to the judges, especially if it's looking very close, especially if Fury's coming forward. He's very smart. Number 2, he knows he can hurt Fury, and he knows he could probably stop him. By that round now at 9, guys, trust me, Usyk downloaded big data. Remember in the press conference, Usyk came out with the punch that hit Fury that made him do the dance. When you know you can do that to someone, trust me, guys, it's a psychological advantage. No one's really done that to Fury. Yes, people have knocked Fury down, but I believe this guy, Fury, looked like he was going to die. Like, he was hurt. He was doing dances around the ring. At least when you get knocked down, Fury gets time to recover. By staying on his feet, he just kept taking damage. And I would argue that's worse. But it's hard to say. But yeah, and I do believe Usyk's going to have a desire to want to stop Fury, because Usyk's not an idiot. He knows if the fight is even close like it was like this in the last fight, it may go to a draw. It may sway to Fury, because there's going to be so much pressure to make a third fight here. A lot of people are calling for Fury to win this. I'm not saying Fury can't do it. Don't get me wrong. I've explained how Fury can do it. He needs to follow the tactics that I've said. But ultimately, I do believe Usyk's going to stop and end Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is a little bit delusional with some of the stuff he's saying. I've done a breakdown on this, guys. I studied the character. The psychology of this man is not good. He usually goes into his fights getting the psychological advantage. Check my breakdowns out. And from the first fight to this fight, how Tyson Fury is unable to get into Usyk's head. He got into Wilder's head. He got into Klitschko's head. He gets into most of his opponent's head. You could even say Dillian White in a certain way. He couldn't get into Usyk's head. I believe Usyk got into Tyson Fury's head. And the psychology with Tyson Fury is a huge part of his fight. When he knows he can't beat anyone, he starts resorting to, I'm going to fuck you up, you little bitch. He said that in this fight. The first fight, he was calling him a gappy tooth middleweight and all this crap. And it backfired on him. He's starting to do areas of that here and there. He sometimes keeps his demeanor low. And he says, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Thank God. God let him win. So I'll win the next one. There's some videos where he's saying, I don't believe I lost. And there's interviews where he says, I'm going to fuck Usyk up, the little bitch. And the profanity is starting to start. That's how he's trying to deal with it. Again, I look at the psychological side a lot. I do like those sort of things about fighters. So I've done that analysis already, guys. And in my opinion, Usyk is laughing around Tyson Fury. Remember, he's wearing the Hitman suit. Tyson Fury tried to do the Batman Joker thing to Klitschko, and he got into Klitschko's head. He Klitschko'd Klitschko. He clitted a clit. He basically said he was in the sauna. Klitschko and Tyson Fury had a little competition, and Klitschko got out. Tyson Fury knows what mind games are. The guy's not an idiot. Why doesn't he talk about mind games to Usyk? Because he's got outsmarted in them. He's getting done in these mind games. There's too many instances and there's too many breakdowns I've done on my channel, guys. Definitely check it out. Where Tyson Fury is getting done over and over and over in these mind games, and I do believe that's going to play a role in this fight. So yeah, guys, my prediction: Usyk via stoppage within 12 rounds. I'm not going to say the round, but 12 rounds stoppage. If he's going to stop Fury, that's either going to be a knockout or TKO. Fury's not going to be able to continue. That's just going to be my prediction, guys. You leave your thoughts below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? All the Tyson Fury fanboys are going to have a go at me. Come at me, guys. Let's see. I want to hear what you got to say in the comments, and I'll respond back to you. So yeah, guys, that's going to be my video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Leave your thoughts below, and I can't wait for this fight. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.